Fair use. Fair use. Shalom. First off, I want to start off by giving all the glory, infinite praise, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect that is out there pushing this truth in all sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, giving diligence to make your calling of election sure. Shalom. This is your brother Hashah from the Great Millstone Savannah Camp, coming back in the spirit with another lesson. Lord willing, I pray and I hope that it is edifying and exhorting. All right, and I want to do this lesson. Hey, going into the video I just showed, and just reporting on news and prophecy. All right, as we know, Jeremiah 28:8, it says that the prophets of old, all right, prophesied both of, matter of fact, let me get it. Let me just get it. I don't want to butcher it. But they prophesied against many kingdoms, all right, of lamentations and of woes, all right. It says the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, all right. And we are the watchmen on the wall reporting, all right, that war is on the horizon, okay, that pestilence, all right, that famine, right, that bad times, evil is on the horizon, all right, for Babylon the Great, America, all right, things are not going well and they're not going to get better, okay, and before the end of this place, it's going to get way worse, okay. As we know, it was prophesied in the scriptures that Esau, Edom, all right, who is the so-called white man, will be ruling in the latter days, in the latter kingdom, the last kingdom, right? And that his kingdom will be, basically full of turmoil, all right, before it ended, okay? And that there would be a time like never before seen in the earth, okay? There will be a war to end all wars, all right? And we believe, we at Great Millstone, all right, we believe that we're in those times, all right? We believe that we are the prophets of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? Coming back to prophesy the end of America, Babylon the Great, all right? And also to usher in the new kingdom, right, that will be built upon righteousness, man, upon the shoulders of whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai, right, who is a so-called black man, all right? And the prophecies are speaking, they're clear, all right. You have Iran, right, in this video, which is a public video they released, right, they are boasting in their military might and their missiles. Okay, and they showed you it's basically an underground missile city, right? Which who knows? They could have multiple of these. All right, but the scripture says um, that he would stir up, all right, the hearts and the minds of these kings to prepare themselves for war. All right, he being Yahweh Shem Shai. And I want to get I'm gonna get Joel, right? Joel, because this is a good one. Joel 3, and I'm gonna start at I want to start at 9. All right, Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles: prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right, and this is what you see Iran doing. This is what you see China, Russia, okay, Ukraine, America, these different countries. You see them, um, not specifically the last part, which is let the weak say I'm strong, but you see them developing weapons, all right? The military industrial complex, right, which is just the development of defense weapons or offensive weapons. All right. These countries are spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on, weapons. All right. And it's all the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He is making them do it. Okay. He said, gather them together for battle. All right. Let the weak say, I am strong. And Iran is a smaller nation. These are the weaker nations. All right. Standing up to Babylon the Great. All right. Standing up to America's and as well as America's puppeteer, all right, which is Israel. Okay, so we're gonna see in our lifetime we're gonna see large scale attacks. All right, large scale missile launches. Right, large scale warfare between the United States, Russia, and its allies. Right, which include Iran, which include China. Right, NATO and the EU. Okay, in the Third World's War. Okay, it says, "Assemble yourselves, come, all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat." Right, which the valley of Jehoshaphat is the Levant region of the Middle East. Right, in the Arabian Peninsula. Okay, uh and the way is being made, man. You see the Euphrates drying up, all right, because this is a region where the Lord is going to gather and execute His judgment. All right, it says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Yeah, the harvest is ripe. The time is perfect. All right, um, the Lord is drawing this place to its climax. All right, the time is growing short. It says, "Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision." See, there's going to be millions of men and women, all right, in the battlefield, all right, in the valley of decision, the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, right, the valley of the Lord's judgment. It says, "For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision." All right. It says, "The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall quake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. Okay, so hey, the Lord is gonna have mercy on the children of Israel, but as for you heathen, all right, there's gonna be a great judgment. The Lord is gonna make an example. He's gonna show his power. All right, and he's doing it through these small hats, right? What is it? The least of the flock. Let's get that. The least of the flock. Let's see, might be able. It might be in the KJVA. Mm. Yeah, this is Jeremiah 49:20. It says, "Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom and his purposes." Edom being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the so-called white race, right? It says in his purposes that he have purpose against the inhabitants of Teman, right, which is a tribe, right, the thinking tribe, the brain tribe, I like to call it, of the Edomites, right? And every nation has a people that's just highly, highly intelligent. All right, they're the minds of the nation, right? That's how the Lord purposed it. It says, "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them." All right. So the least of the flock, right? When you go into this word, the least meaning it means the youngest. All right, and the youngest of the flock, the youngest of the Edomites, right, is Amalek. Okay, the youngest nation, right, the last to become a nation, right, was the so-called Israelis, right? And you had, basically them, they had a fake ceasefire, and then they went right back to bombing the Palestinians over there, man. All right, so these different Arab nations, they're not going for that, man. They're not having that. Okay, so you have tensions in the Middle East rising. You have America basically at war with Yemen because Yemen is defending the Palestinians. Okay, so all this is leading up, and it's going to culminate to World War III. All right. Now I want to get Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, just to end it off. Pretty much making the point. It says, "Behold, in horrible vision, the appearance thereof from the east." Right. And what is it's 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 talking about America because the in America the East, right, is considered the Middle East. All right. So speaking about Babylon the Great, right? The vision is about Babylon the Great, right? Verse 29, it says, "Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots," right? And the nations of Arabia are those Middle Eastern nations: Iran, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, all right, the UAE, Syria, the Damascus, all these other these Middle Eastern nations, okay, so-called Middle East, because there's really no such thing as the Middle East, all right. It says, "And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble." You see, it says they're gonna have, basically they're gonna have military mights, man. Okay, missiles, right? Drones, fighter jets. They're gonna have all that. It says also the Carmenians, right? So when you go into this word, the Carmenians, right? Carmenia is the Persians, right? Historical region, the Persia. It says Iran was the providence of many Iranic empires, such as the Medes, right? So during the Medo-Persian Empire, you had part of the empire was the Medes, right, which is the modern day Russians, right, and part of the empire was the Persians, right, the modern day Iranians, right. They've always had a relationship. Okay, so this says the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as wild boars in the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them. So they're gonna have they're gonna have allies in the Middle East, right? And it says they're gonna be as a raging boar. Really, you don't want to be in the woods with a wild boar, right? They can kill you. They have horns, right? They run real fast. These are dangerous animals. Okay. It says, "And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians," which is modern day Assyria, right? Is America. It says, and then the dragons, and then the dragons, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled. Then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. From the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them, and in their hosts shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Right? So they're gonna do some damage. Okay? They're gonna do some damage, man. All right, and you best believe Russia is not far off from them, man. Russia and China. Okay, they just finished up a military drill. They have a military and an economic alliance. So these things are signs, man. They're signs of the times, and people think it's a joke. They think it's a game, but missiles are gonna be shot, man. Missiles are gonna fly. You know, and it's high time to awake out of slumber. All right, because these prophecies are coming to pass, man. All right. So with that, I just want to do this quick lesson. All right, reporting the prophecy, man. All right. So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying and exhorting. I want to end off by giving all the glory, infinite praise and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect that is out there pushing this truth in all sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, giving diligence to make your calling and election sure. Shalom and Abba Ball.